I shouldn't even have to make this video, right? I shouldn't have to make this video, but people are buying Hertz at a ridiculous rate. Hertz stock. Holy crap, do you see this green line here? Just on Robin Track. Quite a nice little website. Shows you Robinhood users how much they're buying of a stock. Look at how many users have purchased Hertz stock since it has dropped significantly. And to be honest, I think it's because there's a lot of dumb people who think that they can get in real cheap on a stock and say, well, this is good. It's good to buy. But this is not the kind of company you want to get invested in, right? You don't just buy penny stocks because they're penny stocks. You need to know what the company is. So Hertz, if you don't know, is a company that is filed for, that's right, bankruptcy. The company's completely bankrupt. Completely bankrupt. But what is Hertz? Right? This is a car rental company or car purchase company. So for the most part, it's more about rental. So, and that's the thing about rental for you. There is benefit when it comes to travel, right? Travel is big for rental. What are people not doing right now because of the current global situation? They're not traveling. Therefore, they're not renting cars at their destination. Or if they are traveling, likely they're not going by plane. I'll tell you that. A lot of people probably are a little picky right now. As you see airline sales just rough. I mean, no one's buying these tickets. People might be driving, which means, guess what? They don't need a car rental. So Hertz is, it's just, I mean, it's a business model that makes sense, but the company is just garbage. It's just garbage. If you even look, I mean, you look at the financials and you don't think it's that crazy, right? You don't think it's just that crazy. I mean, just looking off these numbers, you're like, oh, price to sales of 0.02, price to book of 0.19. Here's the deal. All right, this company is completely bankrupt, so it deserves this valuation. It really doesn't even deserve this valuation. It should be definitely, instead of being at a market cap of 256, shouldn't have any market cap. Right? This shouldn't have any market cap, especially when you think about the fact that trailing 12-month, $9 billion in sales. I mean, it's cool for you, right? It's cool for you. But I don't think I care. I don't care about your sales or revenue growth at all, because what I look at is this net income line, and it just does not, this just doesn't show positivity, right? There's a little improvement, but there's nothing to say that this company is going to come back from bankruptcy even if they receive financing. And the thing is, how are they doing that? And that is really the tricky part that I'm really upset that people are investing in this for. You look daily on the news, and this is a company that, honestly, you're better off just donating your money to a charity, please, because at least that gets something out of it. These are greedy owners of this company that want something to try to give it a second chance. The guy is literally doing everything he can because he put all his money into it, right? He's doing everything he can to keep this thing alive, even though it has no value. He's relying on shareholders to completely carry it. That's not the kind of investment I want to make. If a company's 100% reliant on the shareholders to keep the company going, I don't think I believe in that company, right? This is a stock that could 100% get delisted. Earlier this month, they received a letter from the New York Stock Exchange saying they could be delisted from the platform. Are you kidding me? And obviously, they've requested a hearing. They could be delisted, and honestly, I think there's a decent chance of it happening. I don't know if they'll be able to survive this, but how will they be able to survive this? Well, people buying shares is how they're going to be able to survive this, right? This is what's keeping them alive right now. Insiders have sold over $144,000 worth of shares, but guess what? Robinhood users are buying this stock like crazy. Even the insiders are bailing on this stock. And you know a stock's in good shape when it's this cheap, when insiders are purchasing, right? That's when you know it's unfairly cheap. Insiders are selling this stock at ridiculous rates. That is a bad sign. And how are they funding it? They're planning to sell shares, right? Sell shares. I mean, $500 million worth of shares. It was approved to sell up to $1 billion. Now, I need to mention what's really the harm in selling shares. These are shares that don't exist, right? This is parts of the company that don't exist. So you are now devaluing this company an extra $1 billion when you sell these shares. You're just making that money up out of nowhere. You're just taking people's money. It's really like a GoFundMe campaign right now at this point. You're giving them these shares saying, fund my company, otherwise we're going completely bankrupt. And likely they still are, because of the fact that they can't stop themselves from losing money. Especially given the current situation, they're going to be losing money at a heavier rate even. So it's going to be very rare that people even want to rent cars in the current environment. They want $1 billion in financing. That is... It's incredible to me that anyone could possibly even imagine that this could be a beneficial investment. Now, maybe if you were a day trader, right, you may have enjoyed the stock. And people who trade options might enjoy the stock right now because on a 1 month scale, this thing's up 240% just due to the fact that it fell down to 40 cents at one point. Now it's at $1.40, right? So if you were investing in options, maybe you might have found some profit. But this is not investing in options. These are users holding this stock, and they're still holding it. You don't see this green line fall. These are users that are still holding it. I think it's completely absurd that anyone is possibly considering investing in this company because it's scary. I mean, this is just money lost, and you could definitely put your money to good use anywhere. There are definitely other cheap stocks that have a better return on value. If you think entirely automotive, if you want a cheap automotive stock, go with Ford. That's a stock that's not going anywhere. Now, I'm not necessarily saying you're gaining value from it, but it's a company that's not going to go bankrupt. It's Ford. It's freaking Ford. And that's going to be $6 a share. If you can afford $1.40 a share, please just go up and get the $6 share if you want something cheap, if you want cheap shares. Now, again, that shouldn't be what you're looking for. You shouldn't be looking for cheap share price, right? Because there's a lot of reasons for that. It all depends on what the company is. You need to be looking at the value of the company, the underlying value, to actually find out if the stock is worth even considering. A stock like Hertz, not even worth considering to me. Because the underlying value of the company doesn't exist. There is no value to this company because it's bankrupt, right? I don't imagine how people could be investing in this. I think it's incredible. Because if you look before this, I mean, come on now, when the stock was actually of some decent value here, we had around 1,000 users at a time holding this stock. And the fact that it's jumped up now to 170,000, it's just upsetting to me. It's upsetting to me that people could fall for such a trap, and a lot of people are going to lose a lot of money because of this. And that's entirely up to them, right? I play a little bit smarter with my money, but not everyone does that. And then you even see this bump here whenever the stock rose again. People were still, okay, it's coming back. It's not coming back, guys. Even if they do survive this bankruptcy, this valuation is going to be steady for a long, long time because it's going to take a long, long time to recover and actually make back that $1 billion in debt that they just accrued. I mean, come on now. Please stay away from Hertz stock, people. There's plenty of better stocks. Even if you go to the right here, I mean, number 49th traded stock on Robinhood, please just go to number 50 with NEO. I mean, come on now. Don't get me started on Nikola, please. Don't get me started. All right, hope you enjoyed.